have two stories that happened to me personally, and I want to tell them. The first story happened to me in a university dorm. We are residents of another accommodation at the university. Each apartment has a lounge, kitchen, 2 bathrooms and 2 rooms. Our room was on the last floor of the dorm, which means that no one lived above us. From the first day we lived, we hear sounds above us, like someone pulling the sofa and changing its place. This sound we hear from morning to night intermittently, and we've always felt uncomfortable in housing. Even when we open the fridge and leave the door open and I'm in the kitchen, he gets very drunk by himself. And once my friends decided to sleep in a unit room and I didn't sleep with them because I was tired and I couldn't stay up. I have a morning lesson at 3 o'clock in the morning to the sound of someone knocking the window. The room was filled with money and the window was right behind me. Of course, I was surprised, but I went back to sleep, and this situation was never repeated after that because every day I was working the legitimate paper. But the sounds of chairs being pulled above us never disappear. The second position. We are used to camping on the mainland in winter time with the whole family. And sometimes in places we visit, we are exposed to many situations. And in places, we encounter something other than calm and comfort. And I personally have never experienced anything other than once alone. That day we went to camp for the night of Valba Unity and it was a sweet day. We had lunch, we had events, and we had a lot of fun. And when it got dark after the Maghrib prayer, we heard the sound of a baby crying. The mountain was loud and clear but far away and then disappeared. From who heard the sound, we knew that the area is haunted and we may face some situations tonight. But as far as we could, we returned and completed our night. We cooked dinner, had dinner, and it was bedtime, and every family went to their tent. And we were comfortable without men, just my grandfather, who was with us men. The rest are young boys. I slept in the tent with my mother, my brothers and sisters, and I turned on the Quran, so they called me and made the sound light, because MOM can't sleep if it's in a loud voice. I was that night paying attention to the sound of the car opening its door and coming back drunk. I heard this sound throughout the night, and my aunt and her dependents were needing things from their car because the car next to our tent was their car. And I was very reassured because I hear this voice, and I said, "Thank God I was awake tonight because I feel lonely, because I sleep intermittently for what Valpa plant." And I woke up again at about the 2nd hour at night, and I had pain like numbness on the sides of my legs, and I wanted to adjust my sleep, and I had my head close to the tent, and no one from the tent was holding my head, and here I felt that my heart was coming out of my chest from fear. And I was thinking, when I got up in the morning, my parents told me about the situation. My grandfather said that after Morocco, when he started doing ablution for prayer, he was healed like the human body is white, and my little brother said that he was healed the same thing after. And my mother said that while she was sleeping, he slapped her out of the tent and wrapped the second side, and she continued sleeping. And my aunt said that she had never opened the car and they were sleeping all night, and he pulled her hair while she was sleeping. And thank God I came back that night for these simple things. And then I decided that I would never give up on the mainland, but just a tour and come back before Morocco, so that I wouldn't be exposed to this situation. And finally, we hope that you enjoyed the short story. Whoever has a story that he wants to put in a video leaves his story in a comment, provided that it is realistic. Goodbye.